Switching Theory and Logic Design class. Now coming to that, in this class we are going to deal the concept of multiplexers and demultiplexers design. Okay, so first we will see what are the basic multiplexers, then we will go with the design of multiplexers. Okay, anyhow, this is the topic we are discussing in the unit 3. Right. Now coming to here, so first we will see what is meant by multiplexer, what is meant by demultiplexer. So coming to here, the general representation for multiplexers and demultiplexers are 2 power n is to 1. This is a representation for multiplexer. And for demultiplexer, 1 is to 2 power n. That is the generalized representation for demultiplexer. Okay, so you have to remember 2 power n is to 1 for multiplexer representation, 1 is to 2 power n for demultiplexer representation. I will start this class with an example. So these multiplexers are very helpful in our daily life. Particularly, everyone are daily spending their time in front of the TV at least 2 to 3 hours, minimum 2 to 3 hours. So we know that all the housewives, they are seeing a lot of serials at their home. So they are going with Ma TV, they are going with GTV, they are going with ETV, they are going with Gemini TV, like so many TVs, so many serials are there. Okay, right, they are spending more than 5 hours with compared to the children and owners of the house, that is nothing as husbands. Okay, so housewives, they are seeing a lot of channels. For example, take here, this is the TV. Okay, so I said that we have lot of serials. For example, take 4 channels. ETV, Ma TV, Gemini TV, and GTV. 4 channels are there. Okay, right. Okay, this is the TV. This is the TV. At the end of the TV, I have TV screen. So see here, these are the 4 channels we are giving as the input. Okay, most recently, due to the digitalization and channel choice to the customers, that is based on the user subscription, they are providing the channels. So most of the housewives, they are taking these 4 channels. That is, for our TV, we have the input as some set-top box. For the set-top box, we are taking 4 channels of information. Okay, 4 channels of information. Okay, so here we have a remote. Here we have a remote. In that remote we have different types of buttons, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0, and channel up, channel down, volume up, volume down. We have a lot of buttons. Okay, whatever it may be. With using remote, you are selecting whatever the channel you require. So for example, the ETV is ETV at the channel number 1. Ma TV at the channel number 2, this is channel number 3, this is the channel number 4. Here we have 4 channels. We have 4 channels. Even for 0 also we have the channel in our TV system. So I am erasing, right, all the channel numbers. Now I am giving 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, 0, 1, 2, 3. I have 4 channels. So if you press 0 button, you will get ETV. If you press 1 button, you will get MTV. If you press 2 button, you will get GTV and Gemini TV. And if you press 3 button, you will get GTV. Okay, 4 channels are available. Okay, so when you press 0 button, this is the 0 button. When you press 0 button, okay, so then automatically the ETV. So in the cable we have 4 channels, but the ETV goes to display here. So in the display at the output side, it will display only ETV. You have 4 channels information, but you are seeing only ETV when you select 0. Okay, otherwise, if you select 1, when you select the 0, the TV displays only ETV information. Okay, when you select 0, it will display only ETV information. When you select 1 information, it will display Ma TV. It will display Ma TV. It will display only Ma TV. When you select 2 button, it will display Gemini TV. Gemini TV. And the GTV, when it will use the output, when you select the 3 button in the remote. So when you select the 3 button in the remote, it will display the GTV. It will display the GTV. It is very simple thing. We cannot see 4 channels at a time at the output screen. We cannot see 4 channels at a time at the output screen. Okay. So we can see any one of the channel at the output side, based on the remote directions, In the same way, so forget about this demultiplexer for some time. Now I am explaining the concept for the multiplexers. So see here, this is the mux. Okay, here it has some inputs. Okay, here it have some inputs and it has only one output, like TV. TV has many number of inputs. TV has only one output. So multiplexer has also more number of inputs, only one output. Okay. So for this TV, which channel you want to see, for the selection purpose you are using remote. For the selection purpose you are using remote. For the selection purpose I have 2 lines or 1 line or maybe some lines. Okay. So for the multiplexer, what are the terminals here I have? The first one, input. For the multiplexer, like as TV, we have the multiplexer. For the TV inputs channels, here I am saying that for the multiplexer, here we have inputs. For the multiplexer, we have inputs and only one output. It is fixed. And here we have remote, that is called selection lines. Here we have selection lines. Okay, is it clear? It's very simple thing. Here I am explaining the multiplexer concept. For this multiplexer, here we have inputs, only one output, and here we have selection line. What is the purpose of selection line? The selection lines chooses any one of the input signal as the output. Okay, if the selection line selects the first channel, it will go to the output. Just it will use the information whatever may be there at the input side. Here if it is 0, it will display as 0. If it is 1, it display as 1. Or if you select any one of the input channel. Okay, let us see the concept with very clear details. So see here, this is the multiplexer. So this is the multiplexer. This multiplexer we are representing with 2 power n is to 1. 2 power n is to 1. That means 1 is the one output. Here we have only one output. 2 power n is the input count. So here we have 2 power n number of inputs. 2 power n number of inputs. And coming to here we have selection lines. So the selection lines, n number of selection lines here we have. So see here selection lines are n. Where I am saying here, see clearly, selection lines are n. So forget about demultiplexers. Now I am explaining the concept of multiplexer. Selection lines are n. Inputs are 2 power n and outputs are only 1. Okay. So for example, n is equal to 1. If n is equal to 1, inputs are 2 and outputs are 1. Then this is called 2 to 1 multiplexer. So you can represent multiplexer with mux shortcut, but in some places only, but you have to write full form. So 2 is to 1 multiplexer. If n is equal to 2, then it is called 4 is to 1 multiplexer. If n is equal to 3, this is 8 is to 1 multiplexer. If n is equal to 4, this is 16 is to 1 multiplexer. Okay. So here we have 2 is to 1 mux, 4 is to 1 mux, 8 is to 1 mux, 16 is to 1 mux, next 32 is to 1 mux, next 64 is to 1 mux, next 128 is to 1 mux. So for the multiplexer, the common thing is only one output. But here we have inputs are 2 power n, and coming to the selection lines are n selection lines, 2 power n inputs and 1 output. Now see here, by using these all things, you have to say the definition of multiplexer. Now I am defining the multiplexer definition like this. A multiplexer is a device. Multiplexer is a device, right? The output of the multiplexer is any one of the input signal. Based on the selection lines. Okay, the multiplexer output is nothing but as any one of the input based on the selection lines. If the selection lines based on the selection lines information, any one of the input goes to as the output. You can say this multiplexer is a selection switch. This multiplexer you can use as a selection switch. Here you have more number of information. Here you have an output. This output may be connected to here or maybe connected to here, right? If it is connected, these three connections are in the off state. Okay, right? Any one of the input it selects. So this is the basic operation behind the multiplexer. Okay, next coming to that demultiplexer. So the demultiplexer operation exactly reverts to the multiplexer. Okay, so here for the demultiplexer we have only one input and 2 power n number of outputs. So see here. So this is the demultiplexer. For the demultiplexer, one input is there and we have 2 power n outputs are available, and these are the selection lines. So 2 power n outputs and n selection lines. In the multiplexer and demultiplexer, the selection lines are same. The selection lines are n selection lines. So here 2 power n is to 1 multiplexer, but this is 1 is to 2 power n demultiplexer. 1 input, 2 power n outputs. 1 input and 2 power n outputs. So this is the introduction related to the multiplexers and demultiplexers. So only one input is available at the output based on the selection line. Only one input is available at the output based on the selection lines. Next, coming to that demultiplexer, only one output is connected to input based on the selection line. Only one output is connected to the input based on the selection line. So this is the multiplexer and demultiplexer definitions. Okay, we will discuss multiplexer. A multiplexer is a combinational circuit. A multiplexer is a combinational circuit that selects binary information. From many inputs. So all the input lines are the binary signals. All the inputs. Each input consists of either 0 information or 1 information. Either 0 or 1 information. So many input lines are available. These many input lines and directs it to a single output line. All the input lines are directed to the single output line. The selection of a particular input line is controlled by a set of selection lines. The particular input line is controlled by a set of selection lines. So selection lines are very, very important. This selection line will only explain which input goes to output. Which input goes to the output. We have many number of inputs. So you have a choice at the input side, but you don't have any choice at the output side. There are 2 power n input lines and n selection lines. So see here, 2 power n input lines and n selection lines whose bit combinations determine which input is selected. So the combinations of selection lines will explain which input is selected as to the output. Okay, right. So see here, this is the generalized multiplexer representations. You can represent the multiplexer like this, or you can represent the multiplexer like this. Both are valid diagrams only. So 2 power n is to 1 multiplexer, 2 power n is to 1 multiplexer. Both are the multiplexers. Here we have information at the input lines. So we have represented I0 to I2 power n, I0 to I2 power n, and here we have y. Here also we have y, and selection lines S0 to Sn, and here also selection lines S0 to Sn. N selection lines here we have. Okay, right. Next we will see 2 to 1 multiplexer. So what is the operation of 2 to 1 multiplexer, and what is the hardware or what is the logic diagram for the 2 to 1 multiplexer? So for the 2 to 1 multiplexer, the name itself it is saying that 2 inputs and 1 output is available. 2 inputs I0, I1 is available, and finally the output is y. Okay, I0 may be 0 or 1. I1 0 I1 may be 0 or 1. So here maybe 0 is there at the input side or 1 may be available at the input side. So don't bother about. So one input is I0 and another input is Y1. Now what is Y? What is Y? So for defining the Y, you need selection line. You need selection line. So if S is equal to 0, the first input goes to as Y. So this is 0, this is 1. Okay. So if S is equal to 0, Y is equal to I0. Y is equal to I0. If S is equal to 1, output Y is equal to I1. Okay. So ETV, Ma TV. So in the place of I0, we have ETV. In the place of I1, here we have Ma TV, okay, represented with MTV, Ma TV, okay. So if you select S is equal to 0, this is the remote. If you select 0, the ETV, so this is the 0. So ETV goes to the output. So ETV will appear at the screen of our TV. If S is equal to 1, then Ma TV will display as the output at on our TV screen. Okay. So this is the truth table. If you select S is equal to 0, it will display I0. If S is equal to 1, then the output is equal to I1. Okay. So see here the truth table for the 2:1 multiplexer. So these are the input lines. S is equal to 0, 1. Output is equal to Y0, Y1. If S is equal to 0, Y is equal to I0. If S is equal to 1, Y is equal to I1. Okay. Right. So this is the logic diagram for the 2:1 multiplexer. So see here. This is the Y output signal. So Y is equal to what? I0. Y is equal to I0. If S is equal to 0. So see here Y output goes to 1. Y output goes to 1 when this AND gate 1 or this AND gate 1. So see, it is very simple. Y is equal to I0. Y is equal to I0 when S is equal to 0, that is S bar. Okay, Y is equal to I0 dot S bar. Otherwise, Y is equal to I1 into S. Why? S value here we are representing 1. Here S value we are representing with 0. So Y is equal to I0 S bar. Otherwise, Y is equal to I1S. So finally, I am writing Y is equal to I0 into S bar plus I1 into S. So this is the finalized function. So Y is equal to, so here Y is equal to I0 dot S bar plus I1 dot S. Okay. So here I0 is available, here I1 is available. So I0 into S bar. So here I have taken S signal. So see here, this is the S bar and this is the S. So S is connected to this AND gate. Okay. And S bar is connected to this AND gate. So here I0 is available, here S bar is available. Here I1 is available, here S is available. Here S is available. Okay. Here S is available. Right. So here Y is equal to 1. If any one of the input is equal to 1, then automatically the Y is equal to 1. So if see here, if S is equal to 0, see here, oh, this is went. Y is equal to I0 S bar plus I1 S. So this is the Y functionality. So Y is equal to I0 S bar. So see here, if S is equal to 1, if S is equal to 1, so the AND gate of this one is equal to 1. Okay, so then this after NOT gate, this value is equal to 0. So now for this AND gate is equal to 0. If any one of the input is equal to 0 for the AND gate, automatically that AND gate output is equal to 0, irrespective of another input. So I don't have another input. But for the AND gate, if any one of the input is equal to 0, automatically the AND gate is equal to 0. Here, now the AND gate is equal to 1. The AND gate, one of the AND gate input is equal to 1. Now it is depends upon the another input. If I1 is equal to 1, if I1 is equal to 1, then it will, here you can get 1. If I1 is equal to 0, you will get here 0. That means I0, if it is 0, the output of the AND gate is equal to 0. If here I1 is equal to 1, the AND gate output is equal to 1. That means I1 is transmitted as to the output. Now here the output is equal to I1. If I1 is equal to 0, then OR gate is equal to 0. Why? Because for all the OR gate inputs are 0. So all the inputs of the OR gate is equal to 0, 0. So 0. If it is 1, 0 plus 1. So see here OR gate. If here 1 is there, automatically output you will get 1. That is I1 will display as to the output. Y is equal to I1. Y is equal to I1. Y is equal to I1 when S is equal to 1. So see here S is equal to 1. Here Y is equal to I1. So Y is equal to I1. Okay, right. So in the same way, so if S is equal to 0, if S is equal to 0, then S bar is equal to 1. So S is equal to 0, this 0 goes to here and this value goes to 1. So if any of the input is equal to 0 for the AND gate, automatically the AND gate output is equal to 0. This is 0. Next, here 1 is there, here I0 is there. So if it is 1 input is 1, so the second input is decides the output parameter. If it is 0, the output is 0. If it is 1, the output is 1. That is I0 transmitted as is like here. Here 0 is there. Here for this OR gate I0 is there. If I0 is also 0, then output is equal to 0. If I0 is equal to 1, output is equal to 1. So the Y output is equal to I0. Right? If S is equal to 0, output is equal to I0. If S is equal to 0, output is equal to I0. Output is equal to I0. So this is the this is the multiplexer truth table. So this is a 2 to 1 multiplexer. This is a 2 to 1 multiplexer. So note it down clearly. Okay. Next, 4:1 multiplexer. That means here we have 4 input signal. Okay, here we have 4 input signals. So see here I0, I1, I2, I3. And output is Y. Output is Y. Here we have selection lines S1, S0. Right? I said that 4:1 multiplexer. So see here 4:1 mux. So you have to convert this into 2 power n is to 1. 2 power n is to 1. So here 2 power n, that is nothing but as 4 is equal to 2 power 2. Now n is equal to 2. That means selection lines are 2. Selection lines are 2. So for that reason I have taken S1, S0, S1, S0. So I said that 4:1 mux. From this 4:1 mux, I said that selection lines are 2. Why? Because the multiplexer generally we are representing as 2 power n is to 1. The multiplexer we are representing 2 power n is to 1. Here the input is 4:1. So 4 you can write 2 power 2. So here n is equal to 2. So for that reason I have taken selection lines as 2. For example, if you see 8:1 mux, if you see 8:1 mux, what is the selection lines for this 8:1 mux? You have to convert this 8 into 2 power n. Then 8 is equal to 2 power 3. So the selection lines n is equal to 3. It's very simple. Okay, right. So this is how to select the selection lines based on the given details. Okay, now this is a 4:1 multiplexer. It has 2 selection lines, it has 4 input lines, and coming to the 1 output. Now coming to the truth table for this one. So see here, 2 inputs lines are available. Take the possible combinations of S0, S1, like 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. Take all the combinations. So here I have taken S0, S1, either 0, 0 or 0, 1 or 1, 0, 1, 1. Okay, 4 input combinations are available for the selection lines. These 4 combinations are representing 4 values. Now output Y is equal to I0. If S0, S1 is values are 0, 0. So see here clearly, if S0, S1 is equal to 1, 1. If S0, S1 is equal to 1, 1, output Y is equal to I0. Output Y is equal to I0. If S0, S1 is equal to 0, 1, then output y is equal to I1. So here if you select 0, 1, the I2 goes to the output. Like here also, see here 1, 0, if you select 1, 0, the output y is equal to I2. If you select S1 value is equal to 1, 1, then I1 is output y is equal to I3, right? So 4 channels. So ETV, Ma TV, Gemini TV, Lara TV. Okay, 4 channels are available. Lara TV. So you are not coming to the colleges, you are taking online classes. So for that reason, we created Lara TV. In the Lara TV, you will get all the channels. Okay, right. Okay, right. So if you select 1, 1, you will get Lara TV. Okay, that means this channel information goes to directly to the Y. So at the Y, I3 information is available. If you select 1, 1. If you select 0, 1, then I1 information is available at the output side, Y. At the output of Y side, you will get the I1 information. That is based on your selection lines. Okay, based on your selection lines. So in the multiplexer, all the combinations are, all the outputs are depends upon only, all the outputs are depends upon only on the selection lines. Okay, only on the selection lines. Right. Now, coming to see the internal diagram, of 4:1 multiplexers. This is a 4:1 multiplexer. Okay, here we have only output to only one output, that is equal to Y. Okay, so that is this one. Okay, next, see here, Y is equal to I0. Y is equal to I0 when S0, S1 values are 0, 0. Okay, so see here. From this I am writing the output. So here y is equal to, here I am writing y is equal to, right, y is equal to I0, S0, S1, S0 bar and S1 bar. Okay, so this is y value. Okay, otherwise, next second condition, I1 S0 bar into S1 plus I2 S0 into S1 bar plus I3 S0 into S0 into S. So see here, when you will get output y, right? The output y is equal to either I0, I1, I2, I3. So whatever it may be. So here I0 function, I1 function, I2 function, I3 function. When you will get I1 value, when you will get I0 value, when you select S0 bar, S1 bar, that is S0 is equal to 0, S1 is equal to 0, then I0 will appear as the output. If you select 0, 1, if you select 0, 1, the I1 value goes to the output. If you select 1, 0, I2 value goes to the output. If you select 1, 1, I3 value goes to the output. So this is the function, this is the Boolean function. This is the Boolean function. This is a Boolean function for the output of y for 4:1 multiplexer. So note it down. This one is very important. Note it down. Actually, we are not completely concentrating on this one. Why? Because, but we have to learn this one. Why? Because this is the Boolean function. For this Boolean function only, we are drawing the logic diagram. So here we have 4 minterms. We have 4 minterms. Okay, so we have to use 4 input OR gate, and we have to use for each minterm we have 3 inputs. Totally we have 4 minterms. For that reason, we have to use 4 AND gates. For each AND gate, it has 3 inputs, and we have to use a 4 input OR gate. Okay, so see here. So 4 AND gates and 1 OR gate. For this OR gate has 4 inputs. So each AND gate has 3 inputs. So here I0 is there. So see here S1 bar, S2 bar. So this S0 bar is connected to here. This S0 bar is connected to here, and this S1 bar is connected to here. So the NOT gate outputs are connected to this AND gate. So I0 into S1 bar, S0 bar. Okay, so that is the combination. Okay, like that we have framed. So I0 into S0 bar into S1 bar, and I1 into S1 S1 bar into S0, I2 into S1 into S0 bar, I3 into S1 S0. So these are the AND gates. If any one of the AND gate is equal to 1, automatically the output is equal to 1. Otherwise, here, if you select these combinations, so see here, for example, select here 0, 0. If you select 0, 0, so see here, this S1 is connected to here. So here it is 0, then it is 0. Okay? So see here, it is 0, it is 0. Next, S0 is equal to 0. S0, this is S0, here it is 0, and here it is 0. Okay, so what is the AND gate operation? If any one of the input is equal to 0, automatically the output goes to 0. So it is 0, it is 0, it is 0. Automatically these are all three AND gate outputs are 0, 0. S0, S1 values we selected. Now coming to that, so which gate is the remaining gate? This is the remaining gate. So here S0 is equal to S1 is equal to 0, 0. This is 1, this is 1. So this one is connected to here and this one is connected to here. So for this AND gate, two inputs are 1, 1 and one more input I0. I0 is there. So the output of this AND gate is depends upon the I0. If it is 0, output is 0. If it is 1, output is equal to 1. So the AND gate output is equal to I0. Why I have written I0? I don't know. That is 0 or 1. I don't know I0 value. It is 0 or 1, I don't know. Okay. But if it is input is equal to 0, output is 0. If it is input is equal to 1, output is equal to 1. So that bit is we are representing with I0. So the output is I0. So the here three inputs are available for this OR gate. So 0 plus 0 plus 0. If I0 is equal to 0, the output is equal to 0. If I0 is equal to 1, the OR gate output is equal to 1. So the output here the Y is equal to I0. So here the input combinations are 0, 0. Then Y is equal to I0. So see here, the input combinations are 0, 0. Then output is equal to I0. The output is equal to I0. Like in this way we have drawn this diagram. Okay. So for all the remaining combinations you have to analyze. For 0, 1, for 1, 0, 1, 1, how the Y is connected to I2, I3, you have to check. I0, I1, I2, I3. Okay. Note it down. Okay, this is the 4:1 multiplexer operation. Okay, now let us take 8:1 multiplexer operation. So here we have 8 inputs. Here we have 8 inputs. And here we have only one output. And here we have S2, S1, S0. 3 selection lines. Why we have 3 selection lines? The multiplexer is 8:1 multiplexer. Where 8 we have to represent in the form of 2 power n. So when you represented 8 in 2 power n, 8 is equal to 2 power 3. So here 3 is equal to selection lines. So for that reason we have taken S2, S1, S0 are the selection lines and inputs are I0, I1, I2, I3, I4, I5, I6, I7. These are the input lines and only one output line, that is Y. Now coming to that, truth table for this 8:1 multiplexer. So truth table for 8:1 multiplexer. For the 3 input selection lines, S2, S1, S0. For S2, S1, S0. So see here, for S2, S1, S0, S2, S1, S0, we have the maximum possible combination 000, 001, 010, 011, like that. We have all the possible combinations 000 to 111. So all 8 combinations we have represented. Each combination is representing any one of the input signal to the output. So see here, Y is equal to I0 when S2, S1, S0 values are 000. Y is equal to I1 when S2, S1, S0 values are 001. When Y is equal to I2, 010. Y is equal to I3 when input combinations you selected 011. Like that we have 8:1 multiplexer. So check all the combinations. So 111 is represented. If you selected that 111, when you put the values 111 here, then I7 value goes to the Y. So I7 may be any TV. Okay, take TV channels here. For example, TV9. Okay, so news serial channels 4 are available. Take 4 news channels also. Why? Because the father of the family, he will come at the evening and he will see the news. Okay, so for example, if you want to see, then take 16:1 multiplexer. So 16 channels also not available, then take 100 channels or 300 channels. So whatever it may be, here this is the multiplexer operation. How many channels if you want, you can take. Okay, if you want 100 channels you can take, if you want 200 channels you can take. Then how to select the multiplexer? If you have 100 channels, then you have to select 128:1 multiplexer. Okay, in the market you won't get 100:1 multiplexer, you will get 128:1 multiplexer. Okay, if you want to develop if you want 500 channels, you have to take 512:1 multiplexer. If you want 700 channel, you have to select 1024:1 multiplexer. 1024:1 multiplexer you have to take. Okay, so coming to this is the 8:1 multiplexer. Okay, so now you have to draw the internal logic diagram for 8:1 multiplexer. Okay, so I am giving work to you. Draw the 8:1 multiplexer internal diagram. Okay, right. Next. Okay, let us come to the next interesting topic. Higher order multiplexers using lower order multiplexers. Okay, so how we did in the decoder, higher order decoders using lower order decoder, the same way here we have. Okay, so see here 4:1 multiplexers using 2:1 multiplexers. So see here I have taken 2:1 multiplexer here, one more 2:1 multiplexer I have taken. So here my concept is very simple. I have to develop 4:1 multiplexer, 4 inputs, 1 output. Here 2:1 multiplexers I am taking. So if I want 4 inputs, I have to use first 1:1 2:1 multiplexer. This is a second 2:1 multiplexer. I0, I1, I2, I3. 4 inputs are available, and from these 2:1 multiplexers, 2 outputs are available. So this is the first output and this is the second output. But I want only one output. So here I have 2 outputs. So for that reason, I have taken one more multiplexer. So this is a 2:1 multiplexer. For this 2:1 multiplexers, these 2 outputs I have connected. So this is the first stage, this is the second stage. At the second stage, I have taken one more 2:1 multiplexer. Okay, right. For 4:1 multiplexers, how many selection lines are available? 4 you can write like this, 2 power n, right? That is 2 power 2. So n is equal to 2. So here you have to take 2 selection lines. You have to take 2 selection lines. You have to take 2 selection lines. The 2 selection lines, so it is S1, and S0 I have taken here. S0 I have taken here. So see here, these 2 selection lines I have shorted here. These 2 selection lines I have shorted and I have represented, that is S1 selection line, and S0 selection line is available. Okay, right. Now coming to the 4:1 multiplexer operation. I said that 4:1 multiplexer operation, I am drawing the total is S1, S0, Y. Okay, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. This is I0, I1, I2 and I3. This is a truth table, and it's very simple thing. See here. Here if you have taken order S1, S0, then you have to take here S0, S1. If you take here S0, S1, then you have to take S1, S0. So you have to take in the reverse order. So this is very, very important. Otherwise you don't get the functionality. Okay, S1, S0 is there. So S0, S1, like that you have to select it. Now I said that we have to check the combination for this one. Here now we have to check this combination. Okay, for this combination, the output we will get I2. For this combination, we will get the combination I2, 1, 0. So S1 value 1, S1 value is equal to 1. This value goes to 1, and S0 value goes to 0. This value goes to 0. This value goes to 0. So 1, 0. So 1, 0, 1, 0 I have taken. So 1, 0. So see here, it is very simple. If I select 0, so see here, this input line selects and this input line selects. Here it is S0, it is S0. 0, 0. So I0 selects. So here the output is I0. Here the output is I2. Here the output is I2. I said that final output we have to check. Final output Y is equal to I2. But here I0, I2, two selection lines I have selected. So from this, so here it is I0, now it is I2. So here S1 is equal to 1. If S1 is equal to 1, it will select this line. It will select this line. So this value goes to output. This is I2. This is I2. It is very simple thing. So here Y is equal to, you are selecting any one of the input based on the selection lines. Here the selection lines are very, very important in this procedure. If you take here in the table S1, S0, you have to write S0, S1. If you write here S1, S0, if you written here S1, here there. If you written S0, then you have to write S0, S1 values. Okay, it is very, very important. And these are the selection lines. Okay, two selection lines. And coming to the 4:1 multiplexer operation. Okay, note it down. Okay, right. Now coming to that. Next multiplexer, 8 to 1 multiplexer. 8 to 1 multiplexer by using 4 to 1 multiplexer. Okay, so for implementing 4:1 multiplexers, here I am taking 4 to 1 multiplexers. Here I am taking 4 to 1 multiplexer. So see here, this is the 8:1 multiplexer operation. This is the 8:1 multiplexer. So we have 8 inputs, 1 output, 3 selection lines. Okay, in the same way we have to implement the operation by using 4:1 multiplexer. This is a 4:1 multiplexer, and here we have 2 selection lines. So see here, these 2 selection lines are S1, S0. Here these 2 selection lines are S1, S0. These 2 selection lines I have shorted. So first, see here, this is the 4:1 multiplexer. First 4:1 multiplexer. This is the second 4:1 multiplexer. Here we have 4 inputs. Here we have 4 inputs. So totally I7, I6, I5, I4, I3, I2, I1, I0. Total 8 inputs I have taken. Why? Because I have to implement 8:1 multiplexer. So by using 4:1, by using 2 4:1 multiplexers, I have taken 8 inputs, but I have to represent only one output. But from these 2 4:1 multiplexers, I have first output, second output, but I have to show only one output. So for implementing this 8:1 multiplexer, I have taken one more multiplexer help. That is 2:1 multiplexer help I have taken. So this 2:1 multiplexer has one more selection line. That one more selection line I am representing S2. For this 2 4:1 multiplexers, I have S1, S0. So this S1, S0, this S1, S0. Those 2 selection lines from these 2 multiplexers I have shorted and I represented as S1, S0. S1, S0. So only 2 selection lines are available at the first stage. At the third stage, I have one more selection line, that is S2. S2 selection lines. Totally I have 3 selection lines, S2, S1, S0. And from this 2:1 multiplexer, I have only one output. For the 2:1 multiplexer, I have 2 inputs. Those 2 inputs are outputs of the first stage 4:1 multiplexers. Okay, so this is the implementation of. This is the implementation of 8:1 multiplexer by using 4:1 multiplexers. And 2:1 multiplexer also we have used. So here for implementing 8:1 multiplexer, we have taken, for implementing 8:1 multiplexer, we have taken 4:1 multiplexers are 2 and 2:1 multiplexers as 1. Totally we have taken 3 multiplexers. Okay, so this is the diagram. Note it down carefully. Pause the video for 2 minutes and note it down this one. Draw this diagram without seeing this video. Oh, sorry, without seeing this screen. Alright, right? Lock the phone and write down, draw the diagram. Okay. Next, same higher order multiplexers. So 16 to 1 multiplexer using 4 to 1 multiplexer. 16 to 1 multiplexer using 4 to 1 multiplexer. So see here, for implementing 16 to 1 multiplexer, how many 4 to 1 multiplexers are required? At the input side, I said that you have to take 16 input lines. But I said that you have to use 4 to 1 multiplexers. How many 4 to 1 multiplexers are required? 4 4s are 16. So for that reason, at the first stage, I have to take 4 is to 1 multiplexers. Okay. Then from this 4 is to 1 multiplexers, I have 4 outputs. So for that reason, I have to take one more 4 to 1 multiplexer. That I will show now. So this is the diagram. This is the diagram. So see here. So this is the first 4 is to 1 multiplexer. So this is the first 4 is to 1 multiplexer. Second one. So first one, second one, third one, and fourth one. This is the third one, and this is the fourth one. 4 is to 1 multiplexers. So for this multiplexer, I0, I1, I2, I3 is available. Continue that inputs I4, I5, I6, I7. Next continue I8, I9, I10, I11. Next continue I12, I13, I14, I15. Totally 16 input lines and selection lines. S1, S0. The same S1, S0 you have to short here. The same S1, S0 you have to short here. S1, S0 short here. For the 4 multiplexers, all the selection lines you have to short. S0, 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 S0. 4 signals are S0 only. 4 input lines, 4 S1 lines only. So totally from this 4 is to 1 multiplexers, you have only 2 selection lines. S1, S0. Okay. Now you have 4 outputs. So for handling these 4 outputs, I have taken 4 is to 1 multiplexer here. I have taken 4 is to 1, only one 4 is to 1 multiplexer. So for 4 is to 1 multiplexers, you have 2 selection lines. Those 2 selection lines I am representing as S3, S2. So here one is S3 and one more is S2. One more is S2. And these are the 4 input lines. So from these 4 input lines, I will get only one output. So S3, S2. Here these are the S1, S0. Okay. For example, S3, S3, S2, S1, S0. Okay. These are the signals. Okay. Right. Now coming to here. For example, take R1s. Which input goes as output? Which input goes to as output? So see here carefully. So if you select 1, 1, S1, S0 is equal to 1, 1 here. S1, S0 is equal to 1, 1 here. Here also 1, 1. Here also 1, 1. Here also 1, 1. Why all the multiplexers are selecting selection lines as 1, 1? Why? Because S1, S0 is available here. Here also S1, S0 is available. Here also S1, S0. Here also S1, S0. 4 input lines we have shorted here. So for that reason, 4th signal of this multiplexer will select. So here I3. So the output here it is I3, and here the output is I7. Here the output is I11. Here the output is I15. So 4 input lines are available. Now here I have selected S3, S2 values also 1, 1. I have selected. Now if you select 1, 1 from here, then the last line will select. So that is I15 goes to the output. I15 goes to the output. It is very simple thing. 4 ones equivalent value is equal to 15. So we have selected I15 as to the output. Okay. Take one more example. For example, S3, S2, S1, S0 values are 1, 0, 1, 0. So the equivalent value for this one is 10. Now we have to select I0 is equal I10. I10 value goes to the output. That also we will see. So 10, 10. So S1 S0 value 10. So here this is 10. 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 Okay. So which line it will goes to select? Which line this one is goes to select? So the second 10 combination, we have 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. If you select 0, 0, this will goes to select. If you select 0, 0, this will select. If you give 0, 1, this will select. If you say give 1, 0, it will select. If you will give 1, 1, it will select. So now I have given 1, 0. So this I2 goes, third pin goes to select. Now here the output is I2. Here also 1, 0. This is I6. Here also 1, 0. This I10 will goes to here. This is the I10. Here 1, 0. The I14 will goes to here. This is I14. So 4 input lines are here, 4 output lines are inputs for this 4:1 multiplexer. For S3, S2 also I have given 1, 0. So it is also 1, 0. The third line goes to 0 connected here. The third line is I10. This I10 comes to here. The I10 comes to here. So the output is equal to I10. When I have selected the combination of 1, 0, 1, 0, the output is equal to I10. The output is equal to I10. Okay, right? Like that you can take one more combination also. For example, 1, 0, 0, 0. 1, 0, 0, 0. Okay, right. So here I have taken 1, 0, 0, 0. Okay, so S1, S0 values are 0, 0. That means the first line will select here. The first line will select here. That is here, this is not I2, this is I0, and here I4, and here I8, and here I12. I12. So that is 0, 0, who have selected. Next, S3, S2 value is 1, 0. So this is 1, 0, this is correct only. Here in the place of 1, 0, I8 is available. Now the output is equal to I8. Now the output is equal to I8. So 1, 0, 0, the value of this one equal to in decimal is 8, and I8 value is selected, we have represented I8 output. Okay, I8 output we have represented at the output side. Okay, so this is the implementation of 16:1 multiplexer by using 4:2:1 multiplexers. So for implementing 16:1 multiplexer, I have taken 5 4:1 multiplexers. Okay. Next, right. Next, 16:1 multiplexer by using 8:1 multiplexers. 16:1 multiplexer by using 8:1 multiplexers. So we need 16 inputs, but I am using 8:1 multiplexers. So here 8 inputs, here 8 inputs. Totally 16 inputs are available. For that, for implementing 16:1 multiplexers, I have to take 2 8:1 multiplexers. I have to take 2 8:1 multiplexer. This is the first 8:1 multiplexer. This is the second 8:1 multiplexer. Here 8 inputs, here 8 inputs. Totally 16 inputs. So the first 16 is satisfied. From these 2 multiplexers, I have 2 outputs. So these 2 outputs, I am connected to a 2:1 multiplexer. Finally, I have taken only 1 output signal. Okay. So here for 8:1 multiplexers, I have 3 selection line. And for implementing 2:1 multiplexer, I need only 1 selection line. So these 3 selection lines, in the first stage, all the selection lines I shorted. This S0 of this selection, this multiplexer, this S0 of this multiplexer I have shorted. S0, S0 I have shorted. S1, S1 I have shorted. S2, S2 I have shorted from these 2 multiplexers. So finally I have 3 selection lines here, and here we have 1 more selection line. So these 3 selection lines are S2, S1, S0, and this selection line is S3. Totally 4 selection lines. Okay. For the 16:1 multiplexer, I have 4 selection lines. These are the 4 selection lines. These are the 16 selection lines, and here we have only 1 output. Okay. So this is the implementation. This is the implementation 16:1 multiplexer by using 8:1 multiplexers. So these are about the multiplexers concepts. Okay. So now I am giving a homework to you. So 4:1, 8:1, 16:1. Okay. For implementing 4:1, how many 2:1 multiplexers are required? For implementing 4:1 multiplexers, I required 2 or 3, right? So you have to say 2 multiplexers we have taken or 3 multiplexers we have taken. Tell me how many multiplexers we have taken here, right? 3 multiplexers we have taken or 1 multiplexer, right? We have taken 3 multiplexers here. Now for implementing 8:1 multiplexer, how many 2:1 multiplexers you have taken? And for implementing 16:1 multiplexer, how many 2:1 multiplexers you have taken? Next, for implementing 4:1 multiplexer, how many 4:1 multiplexers you have taken? Only 1. For implementing 8:1 multiplexer, how many 4:1 multiplexers you have taken? 2 4:1 multiplexers and 1 2:1 multiplexer. So like that you have to draw this table with a very clear information. Okay, so that work I am giving to you. Okay, so it is nothing but as which multiplexer required which many that is implementing higher order multiplexers. For implementing higher order multiplexers, how many lower order multiplexers you required? You have to give with clear information, with a clear notation. Okay, that is the work I am giving to you. And coming to that, the last topic, demultiplexers. This is exactly reverse to the multiplexers concept. So see here, I am explaining here 1 to 2 multiplexer. Remaining all the multiplexers you have to implement. So see here, one input line, only I0 information is available. Here you have, for example, 4 outputs. Okay, 4 outputs here you have. Okay, so coming to selection lines, 2 selection lines, S1, S0, and here outputs Y0, Y1, Y2 and Y3. Okay, so internally I am representing 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so this 0, 1, 2, 3 values are nothing but as from the selection lines. If S1, S0, if S1, S0 values are there, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. If you can select any one of the combination from the selection lines. And now coming to here, outputs, Y0 is there, Y1 is there, Y2 is there, Y3. 4 outputs are available. 4 outputs are available. Now, if you select 0, 0, then it will select the 0 line. That means I0 is available at the Y0. I0 is available at the Y0. So Y0 is equal to I0 and remaining values, no information. There is no information. You can represent with X, otherwise you can represent with 0. You can represent with 0. Actually, the output is available at the Y0. So at the remaining 3 terminals, there is no output. Okay, right. You can represent with dashes also. No information, no information, no information. Okay, next, if you select 0, 1, the input goes to at the Y1, that is at the Y1 output is available. This is the information at the input. So there is no information, no information, no information. In the same way, the next information available at I2, and in the same way when you select the 1, 1, the output, the input is available at the Y3. So this is the demultiplexer representation. This is an example for 1 to 4 demultiplexer. So this is a 1 to 4 demultiplexer. This is the 1 to 4 demultiplexer. 1 to 4 demultiplexer. Okay, here I have taken information is I0. You can take information is some A. If you take information A, okay, so it's not necessary to represent here I0. So now I will represent, see here. So here A, there is no information here. So when you select 0, 1, output is available at Y1. There is no information at the remaining place. If you select 1, 0, the information available at Y2 and there is no output at the Y0, Y1, Y3. When you select 1, 1, there is no information at Y1, Y0, Y1, Y2. Information is available at Y3. So output Y3 is equal to A. Okay, it's very simple thing. If information is A at the input side, then the output is available at maybe at the Y0 or Y1 or Y2, Y3 based on the selection line. If you select 0, 0, the output Y0 is equal to A. If you select 0, 1, Y1 is equal to A. If you select Y0, 1, 0, Y2 is equal to A. If you select 1, 1, Y3 is equal to A. Okay, so this is the information. Okay. So you are using selection lines for selecting the which output has to connect to the input. Okay, right. Generally, this is used for multiplexing purpose. Okay, multiplexers are used for multiplexing, time division multiplexing purpose or frequency division multiplexing purpose. You are using these multiplexers and demultiplexers. Okay, so in TV channel broadcasting purpose, we are using time division multiplexers or frequency division multiplexers. At that place, you can use these multiplexers and demultiplexers. And in the we have cellular mobile communication, two technologies, GSM communication, CDMA communication. So for the GSM technology, we are using CDMA and FDMA techniques. CDMA, TDMA and FDMA. So these are the three technologies presently we have in the mobile communication. These three technologies see here, the first one and third one we are using for GSM communication. So you can in your SIM you are using TDMA and FDMA communication. Okay, so once upon a time Tata Teleservices, they used this CDMA technology. This CDMA technology for implementing CDMA or FDMA or CDMA, you can use this multiplexers, demultiplexers. So the applications of multiplexers are GSM technology or TDMA technology or FDMA technology, whatever it may be. Okay, so in the TV broadcasting purpose you are using, in the mobile communication purpose you are using, for the satellite signal communication or signal streaming purpose you can use these multiplexers and demultiplexers. Most of the times you can use in the digital equipments. In the digital side, in the digital electronics side, you are using this multiplexers technology. This multiplexers technology you are using at the digital side. Okay, right. So this is about multiplexers and demultiplexers. Now I am saying that you have to implement the same multiplexers concepts to the demultiplexers concepts also. I have explained 4:1 multiplexer here, but you have to draw the demultiplexer concept for the 8:1 to 8 and 1 to 16. Okay, so demultiplexers are available. For the first mode is 1 to 2 demultiplexer. Next 1 to 4. This is another demultiplexer. 1 to 8. This is another demultiplexer. 1 to 16. This is another demultiplexer. Okay, these type of multiplexers you can implement. So here I have explained 1:4 demultiplexer. At the home you have to do 1 to 2 demultiplexer, 1 to 8 demultiplexer, 1 to 16 demultiplexer. You have to implement this one, and you can you have to do these operations with higher order multiplexer implementation by using lower order demultiplexer implementations. You have to do these operations also. This is about demultiplexers concept, right? Right. Next, coming to that, I am concluding today's topic. That is, I am giving the summary of this today lecture. So, in this class, we have learned first of all what is meant by multiplexer and what is meant by demultiplexer, and how to represent multiplexers and demultiplexers. So, for the multiplexers, we are representing with 2 power n:1, and the demultiplexers we are representing 1:2 power n. Like this way, we are representing. Right. Coming to the multiplexer definition, the output of the multiplexer is any one of the input based on the selection line. So this is the multiplexer definition. So in the same way we can define the demultiplexer also. The input of the demultiplexer goes to any one of the output line based on the selection line. That is a demultiplexer definition. Next, coming to that, for the multiplexers we have seen 2:1 multiplexer, 4:1 multiplexer, 8:1 multiplexers we have seen with the internal structure and their functionality. After that we have seen higher order multiplexers by using lower order multiplexers. After then we have seen the concept of demultiplexers. Okay, so this is the summary of today's lecture. Okay, thank you.